Hello everyone, my name is Dominic Ballard. I'm a professional photographer and filmmaker, and today we are going to go through some cinematic horror lighting. I've got two cheap LED panels here. These probably were both around $600. Now usually when I'm DPing and gaffing, we usually use like really high-end lighting like Airy, Aperture, and Nan light, but those are thousands of dollars worth of lighting equipment. And I do understand that not everyone has thousands of dollars to drop on lighting equipment. So today we're going to see if we can make some cinematic images with two cheap LED panels. So let's get into this thing and let's go make a horror film. So we're here on our first shot. It's going to be the subject coming through the door from the stairwell here. And right now we just have the house lights on, whatever that would be. And this is kind of what the scene looks like. As you can see, it just looks like a normal room with normal house lights on. Doesn't exactly look the most cinematic. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna turn off all of these lights except for that one in the stairwell because we'll be using that. And we're gonna add in our own light. So let's go do that right now. So this is what the scene looks like with all of the lights turned out. As you can see, looks a lot better, it's a lot darker. So what does that mean? We're gonna have to start adding our own light. So let's go add some light over here. So as you can see, we've got this big old window that I'm gonna be using, and I'm gonna blast some light through this window to emulate moonlight. So we're gonna go outside and we will go get that set up. So here we are with our first lighting setup. I've got this guy right here. Turn it on. It is blue to emulate the moon. And now what we're gonna do is we are gonna raise this sucker up almost as high as we can go to emulate that moonlight look. So there we go. So now this is what our shot looks like, and as you can see, it looks a lot more cinematic than the shot that we started with just the normal house lights on. So we're here with our next shot, and the protagonist is going to come into the room and run behind the bed here. And this is just kind of what it looks like with the natural light, or the room light, I suppose. And this is what it looks like. So again, as you can see, looks pretty flat, doesn't look very cinematic. So let's go turn on some lights to help this scene out a bit. So this is our setup. I'm gonna have the light shine through. You can't even see the light. I'm gonna have the light shine through this and into our scene. So let's turn it on. So this is with our motivated light outside and with the room light on. Still, I think that room light is kind of ruining it. So let's turn it off and then let's see what we get. So now this is our shot with just the lighting from outside, and as you can see, it looks pretty good. Yeah, and we're still only using one light. We haven't even gotten the second light in yet. So that just says a lot that you can do all of this with just one light. So this is our next shot. Our next shot is going to be a shot of the bad guy stepping into the room basically. And we're just going to get a nice shot of his feet. So let's take a look at what this looks like with the room light. So there you go. That is the shot with just the room light. Again, really flat, not really much going for us there. Let's add some lighting into this shot. So this is our first lighting setup. I've got a light outside of the hallway here, just blasting into the hallway, which is going to make a nice little silhouette for the subject that's coming into the room. So, yep, first one again. Again, I got the light up pretty high, and yeah, there's our first lighting setup. This is what the shot now looks like with the light plus the room light on. The room light is still making everything flat, so let's go turn that off real quick. So now this is the setup without the room lights on, and as you can see, it definitely looks a lot better. We get a lot more shadow, which I'm okay with, but I think this shot's kind of missing something. I want to add just a little tiny bit of fill light in the room. So let's go grab the other light and get that one set up. So this is the second light. It is bouncing into the ceiling just to add a little bit of fill onto the foreground and a little bit into the room. So it's coming around here, spilling onto the bed a little bit, and the wall over here. So this light is at about 10%, and this is actually our first 2-light setup. So there you go. And now this is what the shot looks like with both lights. As you can see, it looks really good. We got one coming into the hallway, and then I've got the other one on the camera right that is acting as a bit of a fill light for the wall and kind of the bed over here on the left corner of the frame. Okay, so this is our last shot here. It's going to be the protagonist coming up the stairs. So let's take a look and see what we got here through the camera with just the room light. So here it is. This is just the room light here. You know, to be honest, this actually doesn't look half bad. But you'll see in just a quick second what we're going to do to make this shot look even better. Let's go take a look downstairs. Okay, so we are going to turn on this guy. So let's turn this one on, go like this. This is going to blast right onto the base of the stairs. Let's go over here, turn these lights off, and now it is just this light here. And now let's go see what it looks like on the main camera now. So this lighting setup looks a ton better. It's not lighting up the whole room. It's only lighting up a little pocket of the stairs, which I really like. We've got some shadows from the rails of the stair. Shadows are always a lot of fun. So we've got a really nice kind of bright foreground or background, and the subject's going to be coming into the foreground, which is all dark, and it's going to suck him into that darkness, and so that looks really good. But we are going to add one more light, and as you can see by the door there, you can see that little orange light coming in. Well, we are going to replace that with a different light, and it's probably going to look a lot better than just that ambient orange one. So let's go do that. So this is the last and final setup. This light is pointing in through the door there to add as a kicker light. So there you go. There's the light coming in through the little windows on the door. It doesn't really make that big of an effect, but it definitely looks a lot better than just having a dark black door. It just kind of lightens up that a little bit and shows you that that's the outside. So there you guys go. The last and final lighting setup with 2 lights. So there you guys go. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. If you'd love to subscribe, if you have any questions or comments, let me know. I'll be sure to get to those. And until next time, we will see you guys in the next video. Bye.